Hello everyone, I'm Katharina Seidler from Resource Yourself, and today I want to reflect with you about the nature of thought. When somebody tells you to hold a thought, what are you actually doing? Is that a choice that you have? Can you hold it or not hold it? What does this say about the possibility in our relationship with thoughts? We usually think of thoughts as something that occurs in our mind, and we think that it comes from our brain. And we also think that we learn thoughts and are shown thoughts and then adapt them, but they become a part of our personality. So we are the person that believes in liberty or in specific values and that has an opinion on whatever is going on in life that reflects in thoughts. So these thoughts seem to determine our reality. I've studied the nature of consciousness for a long time, and I've been really inspired when it comes to thought by Dr. David R. Hawkins. He investigated the levels of awareness and of consciousness and the nature of consciousness. And so now I have a very different view when I think about thoughts. I have experienced that thoughts are not personal, but they come and they arise from consciousness. There's something that comes up from the field, let's call it that. So I think of everything that exists as an infinite field of consciousness that has no beginning, no end, and where everything that comes up just arises in and of itself. And we get to experience parts of this infinite field. It's like a point that is aware of specific experiences, specific thoughts. And how does it get directed? What our experience is. It's kind of organized in fields of awareness. And these fields, let's say there's a field of fear. When we experience the field of fear, everybody has the same kind of thoughts, that there's a danger, that something could harm us, that we need to prevent it. We start controlling and trying to predict things with our mind and trying to make changes so that this won't happen. So it also affects our behavior. But the origin of it all, our behavior, our thoughts, our perception, is this field of fear. So when we enter into this fear awareness, that's what we will experience. And I've seen many times that the second we shift out of this field of fear awareness into, let's say, neutrality, or into acceptance, or into an even higher field of love, then the kinds of thoughts that will come up are completely different. And everybody that experiences this huge field from the point of view of one subfield has the same kinds of thoughts. So they're not personal and they can be shifted. So we can choose to hold on to the thoughts of fear and keep repeating the thoughts and staying within the mental construct, or we can choose to want to let go of them and to experience a different state of awareness and field of consciousness. For me, the fastest way, or the path that I took to shift myself out of negative thought patterns, let's say, was letting the thoughts be and knowing that they don't determine me, and focusing on that which lies underneath. So I first try to become aware of the field. And it's not so easy because it's not something that we perceive directly, but the best next aspect that I could focus on was the emotion. So rather than following the story in my mind and weighing the thoughts, I would focus on the emotion and how I could feel it in my body. And that meant that, let's say, I'm scared of getting COVID, and I think about the probabilities and the measures that have to be taken. So I'm in this circle of fear with all these thoughts about this disease. I can choose to focus on my body and on what I sense there. So I can notice like a pressure in my heart, not being able to breathe, being anxious. And as I observe this, I just keep breathing and I shift my awareness into, okay, and how is this, is having this thought now in my body? And that gives me a different perspective, and it calms me down. So I kind of think of thoughts as being on top, underneath, lying the emotion, and underneath, even deeper, there's this awareness of all, the silence. There's that which perceives all of this, which is aware of all of this. And focusing on that or becoming aware of that is sometimes not a direct possibility, but we can focus on the experiences that we have, on the thoughts, and then the emotions, the sensations. And the more we do this, the more our awareness goes into this expansive, calm awareness of being beyond the experiences. This is the best way I can explain it. And I think of thoughts as something we subscribe to. There can be, let's say, a cultural field in which family has a specific value, and then we will have these thoughts about it, and we learn to subscribe to this in our culture, in our upbringing. But at any given moment, we can realize that it's only a set of thoughts and experiences that come with them, and that we can shift our perception underneath, direct it towards that silent, calm it, which is aware of all of this. And the closer we become in our awareness of that, the more easily we can let go. Reconnect the Feeling has been a huge help to me because it shortcuts this whole process. I don't have to go through all the little layers of awareness and make this whole process of letting go. With the frequencies, many times it's immediate to just, as I focus on the frequencies, bam, my mind goes silent, the thoughts disappear, the body calms down, and I just am. I know this has been a long process to get to this place, or to be able to access this kind of awareness so quickly. But I also know this is possible for everyone, and that when we're stuck in specific thoughts and thought patterns, we can remember that we are not that, and that it's just an experience. So I hope you have a wonderful day. You can take something from this video, and I am saying bye for now.